Hi everyone, welcome to the story of Chinese characters. This is Chang here. Let's start with the first one. Dai. Dai. Alright, first take a look at this Asian Chinese character. It draws the picture that on the left side there is a person that looks a little bit sad, like this is the arm and this is the body, and right part that's a guy looks relatively happier than the left. It describes the picture of one guy take place of another. Right? So the original meaning of this character is to take place of, and later on involve the meaning of generation, because that literally means one group of people take place of the other, so they can move forward. Right? Generation. And the structure for the modern Chinese characters is quite the same. The radical is the left part 人 for the person, and right part this is 一 to give a hint of the sound, actually only the tone of the pronunciation. Alright, let's take a look at words. I only got one for you. 现代 for modern or modern generation, is 代 to represent the generation, and 现 means current or right now. So it's the current generation, modern. Very simple. Next one. Also with a character with the person radical on the left side. This is the ancient character, Asian version. That means the lower part here, this part is actually a knife. I don't know how it looks like, but sometimes it makes sense to me. And the va part, this one, is a person. The shape been twisted, but also it's a person. And here, this spot means where the wound exists. So somebody been hurt by a knife, a guy hurt by a knife, and here to represent the place of the wound. This is a traditional one, looks relatively similar to the original picture, and this is a simplified version, right? And currently, this one, Shang, means the wound or the injury as a noun. It could also mean the verb to cause the injury, to hurt. Structure left part I already mentioned, that's the person. And right part, I want you to look into the modern version, the simplified version. Valve I already mentioned, that's another person, the shape been twisted. And lower part, that's a character for power, Li. Alright, the power, Li. So let me give you a picture to help you better memorize the simplified version. Left part just give you a hint, there's something to do with the person, injury or to hurt. And the person, the shape been twisted like this, I'd like you to picture it as a man doing a squat with a lot of power. And if you don't do it correctly, you're going to hurt yourself like this, right? So hope this will help you to memorize the character. The vocabulary 伤心 quite simple, to hurt your heart, to hurt the feeling, alright? Heartbreak or sad. The next one. Another character with the person radical. This one. This is a person. This is actually a hand. This is a hand. Yeah, I know for Asian Chinese characters, the hand appears to only have 3 fingers, like 1, 2, 3. Alright, and that means a hand is passing a stuff to a person. Alright, it means to deliver. This to me maybe looks like a dead bird upside down. And this will be relatively, this is the most Asian picture, the relatively a little bit after that, that's the more standard character. And it maintained the same meaning, to deliver or to transfer, for the modern Chinese character. But the shape, again, right part being simplified like this. The structure, right part to represent the sound, 专, alright, for the same final. And for the modern picture, let me give you a symbol flash to help you memorize it. Just picture this 1, 2 slash to form a road. So it's kind of like this is an express delivery guy cross the road very quickly and get to the destination here, the dot here to represent destination. the vocabulary 传统 to mean the traditional. 传 means to transfer or to pass down. 统 means everything. So everything being passed down, that's your tradition or traditional. And this one, very interesting. 传真, it means to deliver what is real, to deliver the real image. That means the facts. Next one. 放. 放. Original picture. Left part looks like a guy's been running. And right part, this shape, you probably start to where this is the hand again, right? 3-finger hand. And on top of that, that probably is a hammer. So right part means a punishment. This part means punishment. So altogether, this is a guy would be punished and run away. This means to banish someone in ancient time. And to banish someone means to put someone into a bad place. So later on, move on, the meaning became to put or to put down something. The structure for the modern character. The left part, the guy who's been running, to represent the sound of the character. 方, they share the same initial and final, the difference is the tone. And right part, this is the radical. The radical here, it actually means to hit slightly. So not so serious punishment, to hit slightly. Let's take a look at the vocabulary. First one, 放心 literally means put down your heart, to relax, right? To rest assured, to chill. 放假 means to release the vacation, to have the vacation. And this one, 放松. 放 means to put down, to relax, and 松 means to lose, L-O-O-S-E. Sorry, my pronunciation. So altogether, same, similar meaning, form, to relax. And last one, 放弃. 放 means to put down, to banish, and 弃 means to give up. So altogether, the same structure as this one, two similar meaning, to form, to give up. Next character, 记. 记. This is actually quite simple. This is the Asian picture. Left part means the speech or to talk, and here it means use your mouth to count. To count. And right part, that cross means number 10 in Chinese, right? 十. So this word in ancient time means to calculate. And remain the same meaning, to calculate, and also involved from the meaning to calculate to plan. And modern characters, same structure, exactly the same. Vocabulary, 计划. 计 means to plan, and 划 means to separate jobs, to make division. So altogether also mean plan or to plan. And next one, 估计. 估 means to guess, and 计 means to calculate. To guess and to calculate altogether, to estimate. Next one, 先. I like this character particularly. This is the original picture. This, I've been told, is to stop, and this is a road. So it's kind of like you're looking towards your destination and you should go ahead, right, to advance. And later involved the meaning firstly. And for the modern Chinese character, I actually made a story, just made something up for you to better memorize it. First, to take a look at this above part, like a hat. Here, this is character 牛 for buffalo or beef. 牛, right? And lower part, this part is actually 儿. And here, just to represent like a two legs. So to me, it looks really like a guy. I really look like a guy with a hat, with a buffalo hat, right? the Viking. Okay, I hope this would help you to better memorize the character. Now off you go. For the vocabulary, the first one, 先生. Probably we share the same story. The first guy being created, 生, to give birth to, the first guy being created in the world is a guy, alright? So 先生 to mean mister. And next one, 首先. 首 means your head, and 先 means first, so top of your head, firstly. Next one, 道. This is the original picture. This is the original picture. Take a look at this part first. This part is actually a simplified shape of a bird. And the lower part of this part means the ground. This character, 土, the mud or the earth. So the original picture means a bird fell down on the ground, probably make a hole like this, see? A hole. And the right part, this is character 刀 for the knife. So the right part only to represent the pronunciation. And later involved the meaning. The ancient, probably the original meaning of this is a bird hit down the ground. So later involved meaning to arrive. And they kept the meaning to the modern times, to arrive. Right? So as I mentioned, left part, a bird hit on the ground, means to arrive, and right part only contribute the pronunciation and also function as a radical of this character. Alright, 刀. This is the original character of the radical, and this is what it looks like, function as a radical. Alright, and the word 迟到. 迟 means late. You arrived late, you are late, right? And 遇到 means to run into. 遇 means to meet someone on the street, actually, and with a hint of the meaning by accident. So all together combined means to run into someone or something by accident. And 到底, quite simple. 底 means the end, the end. So reach the end after all. Find exactly what happened at the end after all. And 到处, 处 means the place, and 到 means arrive. Arrive the place, literally altogether combined means everywhere. 到处, everywhere. Reach all the angles. Next one, 然. You're gonna love this character. This is the Asian picture. This part I mentioned in the past, that's the character for 月, the moon, and also is represent a picture of meat at the ancient time. So this part is a piece of meat, and right part is a person holding it, a person with a really long leg. And this, you can see that's the ancient Chinese character for 火, the fire, right? So this picture describes literally a guy making a barbecue, right? So involved the meaning to become the meaning to burn. And later, it's a long story why the original meaning lost, and this one 然 become a function word, and also sometimes could represent meaning like this. First, let's take a look at the modern Chinese character, the structure. The verb part is 然, but there is slight difference. The verb part, I can only type this. That is 然, but when you write it, this stroke should be longer than the one appear in 月, this one, right? It's longer here. And this one 然 also to represent the meaning. A lower part, 4 drop means the fire, alright, not the water, not the water. 3 drop means 3 drop at the side, that means water. 4 drop at the bottom, that's fire. And let's go back. This part 然, the right part is 犬, that means the dog. So combine the meaning left part, I mentioned meat. So this one is dog meat. So that's the story I made up. and the true picture, the original meaning should be to barbecue with dog meat. So apparently, our ancestor, or at least a part of our ancestor who created these characters, they not only train the dog to be their faithful hunting partner, but also the wild dog probably would be their target of their hunting for the food storage. All right. And why it lost its meaning is probably because modern Chinese people, they don't like to eat dogs. All right. Vocabulary. 虽然 Sui actually means although, and ran here don't have meaning, just a function word. So combined, as I mentioned, we like to use two characters to represent one vocabulary. And same as this one, 当然, dang means apparently. So 当然 altogether means of course. And next one, 突然, same structure. 突 means in a sudden, and all combined 突然 means suddenly. And last one, 然后. This is the meaning I took for this part. This one, 然 to represent this or this point. And 后 means after. So after this point, afterwards. Alright? Hope you remember everything rather than Chinese people like to eat dogs. Next one. 因 yin. Original picture, very simple, pretty much the same. That's a guy lie on a cushion. Alright, so the original meaning of this picture is to mean this. It's the cushion for the people who could sit on or lie on it to mean the thing. And later on, very complicated, a long story why it end up to mean the reason. Probably here the picture, when you sit on the cushion you can meditate and you could think about the reason of everything. That's just my interpretation. Alright, so the modern character, two parts. The radical is this huge square that is not the mouse, that is the enclosure. That is the enclosure, right? I actually typed down both two characters. This is called Wei. This is called Wei, W-E-I, second tone. And this is Kou for the mouse. They are the same font, same size, but apparently enclosure is bigger than the mouse, right? So just for you to know. And of course, other part is a person on the cushion. And here, da, alright, big. And in this character, just to represent a guy. Vocabulary. 因为 yin means the reason, and 为 means the purpose. So for what purpose? Because 因此 此 means this. So the reason for this, because of this. 原因 yuan means the origin, and yin means the reason. So all combined to similar meaning, also to represent reason. Last one, 为 wei. The Asian picture, let me just directly give you the meaning. That means the female monkey. Okay, so the right part is a monkey. I can't tell. I can't tell. That's a monkey. And left part, three finger. That's a hand. So here, this part probably to represent, how to say, the characteristic of this kind of animal. They have long arms. So in ancient time, the monkey, as you could picture, they have long arms. So that's a significant kind of characteristic of this animal, the long hand. And this is the female monkey. And long story become the meaning for or for the purpose or the purpose. And so as this could mean the purpose, so I hope this could help you. This character contains a character power in it, right? This one, Li, for this one, and two, that's Li, all right? And when you want to make some purpose, you not only need the power, you need to use the power on the right spot. 1, 2. So spot on, right, for the purpose. I hope this could help you. And for the first vocabulary, 因为 or 因为 because of this purpose, because. And next one, 为什么 quite simple. For what means why. The next one, 为了 le here just function word, don't really have meaning, so altogether for. And 认为 认 actually means to identify, to identify the purpose, to consider, right? And that's all for today.